This movie figured out nearly every single thing that makes me uncomfortable, and then used all of them against me.
This is Insidious, Out of the Further, released in theaters August 21st and running about 90 minutes. We've enjoyed this franchise for a long time, and this one stays loyal to what makes Insidious movies work, while this one still gives us a story that kept me interested and engaged the entire time.
And this one scared me more than any of the others. I didn't just jump a few times, it made me physically feel things. There were moments when I was squirming, feeling claustrophobic, and even getting a little nauseous. And honestly, that takes a lot for a movie to do that to me.
This movie was basically designed specifically to torture her.
It really was.
Without spoiling anything, the story follows Gemma, whose increasingly disturbing nightmares may be connected to something much bigger and much darker than she realizes.
One of the things I appreciated is that the movie delves into childhood trauma. It explores how something from your childhood can continue affecting you years later, even when you try to bury it and convince yourself that you've moved past it. That gave the story a little more emotional weight than simply watching another family get chased by something into the further.
It's a little weird to be excited about childhood trauma, but that's cool.
It just gave it another piece to the story.
And while it adds a new story to the franchise, it also fills in parts of the Insidious mythology. It answers questions that we didn't even know we had.
Yeah. You don't have to remember every detail from every previous movie to understand what's happening, but longtime fans are definitely going to get more out of it.
For sure. Especially because we get to see Elise again. I've always enjoyed her character, and because these movies don't necessarily have to keep happening in release order, I really feel like they could keep making them until she dies.
And one thing I noticed pretty quickly was how early this movie gets your heart pounding. It doesn't spend half the runtime making you wait for something scary to happen. It starts building that tension early, and once it learns what makes you uncomfortable, it keeps pressing those buttons, especially mine.
Just like the previous films, and most horror films for that matter, this one uses a lot of darkness and shadows. But with an Insidious movie, you can't just watch the main character. You have to look behind them, down the hallway, in the doorway, and into every dark corner of the screen, because this franchise likes hiding things in the background. I found myself watching everything more intently. I kept thinking I was going to miss something if I looked away for more than 2 seconds.
Meanwhile, I actually wanted to look away.
And that made it more interesting for me. Watching it almost felt like working through an escape room because you're constantly searching the screen for clues and trying to figure out where the next scare is coming from. Which is funny because we actually did an escape room in Tulsa right before watching the movie.
We did the Haunted Mansion room, which apparently is one of the most difficult, and we actually escaped.
We won for once. This is the escape room photo that we did at the end, and that's Autumn there in the middle. She's the one that does our kids reviews.
Maybe that put us in the perfect mood for this movie.
It really did, because Out of the Further feels like walking through an elaborate Halloween haunted house. It guides you towards each scare. You know something is waiting right around the next corner. You don't necessarily know what it is or when it's coming. And this movie understands that horror isn't just about showing you a monster. Sometimes it's about identifying a very specific fear and forcing you to sit with it.
Ugh. Gosh, yeah. For example, if you have an issue with teeth, like I do, there's a sequence inside a dentist's office that may be difficult for you. It was definitely difficult for me.
In her defense, it was pretty freaking gross.
Yeah, gag. Thank you.
It wasn't just somebody sitting in a dentist chair. The movie knows exactly what people hate about teeth and dental work, and it takes advantage of that.
Gosh. And then there's a sequence that really plays with claustrophobia. That one got me too, guys. There's something about being trapped in a tight space and not being able to move or get out that immediately affects me. That entire sequence made me tense up and got my heart rate going.
And just in case claustrophobia wasn't enough, the movie also does something with, fingernails.
Because apparently it had a very specific checklist with my name on it.
Let me go through the checklist real quick. Teeth.
Check.
Claustrophobia.
Check.
Fingernails.
Check. This movie hated me personally.
So, it was made for her. What I liked is that those scenes aren't all trying to create the exact same reaction. The moments make you jump, others make you feel trapped, and some make you want to crawl out of your skin. She knows what that feels like. That variety kept the scares from becoming too predictable.
And when I say the movie made me feel nauseous, I mean that as a compliment, I guess. Horror is supposed to create a physical reaction, and this one absolutely did that for me. Not only was I nauseous, I had my watch on and my heart rate just kept on going up.
I get alerts if her heart rate goes up too fast, and like 17 times it was like, she's dead. I was like, The pacing also really helped. At only about 90 minutes, it doesn't overstay its welcome. It establishes the family, gives us the supernatural mystery, expands on the mythology, and it keeps moving. I never felt bored or like we were waiting forever for the story to get back into the further.
It still gives the childhood trauma side of the story enough time to matter. That emotional element isn't just mentioned once and forgotten. It connects directly to what Gemma is experiencing and why this is happening to her.
I really liked that. And the ending genuinely surprised us. We're obviously not going to tell you what happens, but I thought it was unexpected and awesome.
Our back to us recommendation for Insidious Out of the Further is theater.
We're giving it a theater recommendation because it kept us engaged, delivered some genuine effective scares, and used the sound, darkness, and background details in a way that will work much better in a dark theater with a big screen.
Yes.
Even after the 6th film in the franchise, it's still good. And there is a mid-credit scene. Isn't crucial to the story, so if you miss it, it's really no big deal, but it's still fun, depending on who you are.
I would miss it, but that's okay.
So our question today for you is, the woman who plays Elise is Lin Shaye. Here's her photo. What's your favorite film of hers?
The Insidious movies, of course. I think she's great in horror. Yep.
Mine's gonna have to be Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I'm a big fan of that movie in general, and she's in it, so I'm gonna say that one.
Horror.
Horror.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us on this awesome couch here, and don't forget, you matter to us.
Subscribe for more weekly reviews. See you in the next review.
Bye, guys.